Hello grooming lovers, it is Damjan from Man's Best Friend channel, and after a bigger break, here I am again in the new dog grooming video. Today I am alone. I came in a place called Novi Sad to pick this small dog up that people contacted me about. Actually, I came here to give him a protection against fleas and ticks that I normally do, give that protection a few days before I groom the dog, but because of this hair that is like a shield, and because of the environment they were holding the dog in, I assume that he does not have fleas and ticks, or at least not too much. They also have another dog that does not have it at all. They gave the dog some protection that probably expired. Okay, let's show you this dog. I decided to give this dog a groom today. Okay, here he is. He's around 7 years old, and the owner says that he's impossible to groom. He beat her son, her husband, when they tried to do some grooming with scissors. The groomers in this place refused to groom him, and they were like hopeless, and they saw our post, and we're going to take him to the veterinarian, and the veterinarian is going to sedate the dog, and I'm going to groom the dog that way. So you can see it's all very matted and close to the skin. Okay, I did not bring my camera and my grooming equipment. Again, I was not planning on giving him a groom today, but because I assume that he has no ticks and fleas, I'm going to do it today. I'm heading home. It is a 45-minute drive to take the camera and take everything from the equipment in the salon, and then going to the veterinarian station, and hopefully everything will turn out to be okay. Okay, I arrived at the veterinarian, and here is the dog sedated. The veterinarian is going to monitor the situation, to come every 10-20 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and of course I'm going to call them if something's wrong, and I'm going to put on my gloves and begin. Okay, I'm going to show you the condition. You can see the tail is in a terrible condition, and I think that tail and here around the face are the worst parts, also here on the neck. So let's begin with the 10 blade. I'm going to shave him completely. I'm not going to wash him, because you know he is sedated and I cannot give a dog a bath who is sedated. You can see he's moving a little bit. So like I said in one of my videos, I'm going to do a lot of dogs that have an owner in the next period of time. The reason for that is that a few years ago that we had like our where we were active the most, where we had all of these most matted dogs. They were mostly from the street, and we didn't do dogs that have the owner that much. But the situation has changed a little bit. I came across all of those dogs like on Facebook mostly, seeing posts in some Facebook groups, getting posts about dog being somewhere from some people, and recently I have not been seeing that much of that posts where you have dogs that are abandoned. Again, these dogs that have an owner need help too. So again, the story about if I'm going to bring the dog back to the owner, actually in a lot of the cases like this one, I am going to do that. I'm not going to defend the owner. I think that if you cannot take care of a dog that has this type of hair, then you should not have that dog. I strongly think that. But some cases, it's not everything is like black and white, and in a lot of cases, if I would try to take the dog away from the owner, the owner will not allow that. There are cases where we advise the owner to give up on the dog, to let us have the dog and try to adopt it. But in most of the cases, even though the dog is in a very bad condition, the owner does not want that. So first of all, again, I had a situation with my friend who has an animal shelter when she brought a so sweet dog. That was in a terrible condition. I was like, does the owner want to give up on the dog? Like I would give the dog temporary home and everything, and she says that the owner does not want that she tried everything. And I was like, oh, okay, but why don't we like steal the dog? And she said a very smart thing. She says, first of all, you cannot just go there and steal dogs from the owners. That's not the way to do it. Second of all, that person knew where my friend had a dog shelter. Like, is she going to take revenge for that? Is she going to toss some poison in my backyard? What are the consequences of that? And you never know what can happen. We don't want that, of course. Second of all, if we report it, we do not live in a country that has like ASPCA, like in America, that is going to come here and take the dog away and take the dog to a nice shelter before it gets adopted. Here, animal shelters, like state animal shelters, are not that good. They do not have enough anything to provide for the dog. There's a lot of dogs and not enough anything. And so it is a tricky situation. You don't want this dog to get in a bad dog shelter. Okay, so that's the answer to the most common question. And especially we have a problem when the dog is aggressive. Then, especially when the dog is old. Dead dogs are very, very hard to adopt. And this way. And also, if I get the reputation of taking dogs from the owners, none of these dogs would, come to me, because people would know that I'm taking dogs away, like violently. So I'm doing the best that I can. Evo, nemaš odakle prići, skroz mu kurat. Ne, hvala. Možeš, kasnije. Okay, I have this thing all over his neck. It's completely surrounded, and I don't have any, naked part to dig. Normally, when dog is matted, you have some parts where you don't have mats, and you start from there. Here, this is like completely surrounded, and I'm just going to try to dig under. I'm hoping that the camera angle is good and you can see what I'm doing clearly. Sometimes it's hard to maintain a good camera angle. Okay, there's a hair in his ear canal that I need to pluck out. You can see this hair. And this hair needs to be plucked out, not scissored, not trimmed. You can see how the ear canal is full. Okay, let's change the gloves and the battery of the camera. Okay, after a little break, I'm going to do this hair plucking from an ear canal with the clean gloves. The veterinarian checked on him, everything is okay. You can see now looks much better. Okay. So the hair from an ear canal is stuck to the hair from the rest of the face, the ear. Everything is so close to the skin. Okay, I made a hole here. Now I need to cut all of this thick layer of hair, dirt, with my scissors. It's not going to be easy. Take a look at that. This layer of hair was surrounding this dog neck 24/7. Take a look at that. That was around the neck all the time. Okay, everything is okay with the dog. The veterinarian just checked him and we moved him to the other side. I think that the worst part is done. Everything else should not be that hard, but we'll see. So guys, our daughter Nadja is 6.5 months old now. She's doing very good. You know, she started eating food like potatoes, carrots, zucchini, and she's growing. We're so happy. Sanja is also doing very good, and I'm going to film Sanja in some of my next videos just for her to say hi. I'm not going to film my baby, you know, because of tons of different people using the internet. We decided not to post our baby's pictures online, but we're doing great. Our baby is doing great, and thank you for asking, thank you for caring. She started eating, you know, regular food, and a lot of the babies complain about it, cry about it. Nadja is just like loving it. Okay, I cleaned this mess a little bit, everything is fine, so we are going to continue. I'm going to scissor around the ears just to make it a little bit nicer. Okay, so these are just the details. Okay. Okay, he just woke up and everything is okay, and we're going to pack our things and pack him in the car, and I'm going to drive him back. He's very confused, and he's also going to be confused and feel strange without that hair around his neck.